Alright, hello everybody and welcome back. Jeff again with another episode of Minecraft from the Minecrack Vanilla server. And I'm going to go work on making the game mechanics, quote-unquote, of the arcade fishery. And to do that, I need to get some quartz, because I need some quartz for some redstone items that I'm going to be using. So, I'm just going to probably just try to dig out here and see if I can get to, like, an opening of any type. And I don't even know if I'm super high in the nether. Yeah, I'm okay high in the nether. And I'll bring you guys back in as I'm getting quartz and get all my supplies. Here's some quartz. More quartz. Alright, so I've been to the nether, I got my quartz, and I think the first thing I'm going to do on this is I'm going to drop these fisheries down. I want it to be more in line with the ground. It might mean you have to go down to actually do some fishing, but I'd rather have like this be the top layer. Not only will it help for aesthetics of the base, but it'll also help for aesthetics of what I'm about to build. So, stay with me while we drop this thing down a couple blocks. Alright, there we go. This is one side of it lower down. It took way longer than I thought because I kept getting myself confused on the alignment of this thing, but either way, we are done. Now, as it stands, you come in and you stand right here, which is going to be like a block and a half below normal level, but I think that's better because it leaves the fishing thing right up here at the top. I might raise it up a block after we do this. We will see. But first thing I have to do is basically somehow make it now so I can look at what items that I have actually gotten in the fishery here. So, pretty much, let's make, I got some trees and stuff going so I can get some wood. I need to get, yeah, some more smooth stone. So let's take some of this stuff. I believe it's smooth stone for these. I can't actually remember. I do need some of these, though. And let's make some planks. Let's turn these into sticks. That should be plenty. I'm going to make 20 redstone torches. Wrong way. There we go. 20 redstone torches here. And I believe I need like 3 or 4 comparators. I think this is how you make them, or it could be with smooth stone. I actually don't remember. So it must be with smooth stone. It is with smooth stone. So I can make 2 of them right now. 2 of them will be enough. I'm going to go actually use this as my, like, just to drop some random stuff off in that I really don't need at the time. Let's take that actually. Okay, so I got a couple comparators. We can make more in a minute. First thing I need to do is put the comparator here, because the comparator is going to give us a signal if there's something in this chest. Now, the signal also needs to be extended by whether or not... Oh god, is this how you make this thing? Or does this also need smooth stone? So I've done a little bit of testing on this, and the signal that I'm trying to make needs to... There we go. So I'll need a couple of these guys. So yeah, keep that smooth stone coming. What I'm going to be doing is hooking this up to an observer block. I've never used the observer block before, but I've done a little bit of testing with it just to see how it works. It basically is kind of like an automated bud switch, all in one block form. So I wanted to use something different, and I think it's actually probably the best option for this. If I were to take my observer block and put it in here, this actually might be the right way, and then I need the redstone repeater after it. I kind of don't remember. If I take my redstone, or my observer block, I'm going to put it here so that basically it's going to check the status of the comparator, and it's going to output a redstone signal. Let's do this for now so I can watch it. So right now that thing is, since it's not getting a signal, it's off. If I put a single item in here, in theory, turned on that comparator. See, this thing, it pulses. It does a single pulse. The one pulse was not enough for that thing to actually change this light. So what I need to do is I need to put a redstone repeater after it, and I believe to make it not tick in a funny way, I'm going to put it up to a setting of 3. So let's take this out now and see if we can get this both in the mode. There it goes. So it just pulsed when I put an item in there. It actually pulses when you take one out as well. I'm not sure if that's going to affect this or not. We will find out. Because basically, what this thing is going to do is this thing is intended to, it now pulses. I want it to pulse to release an item so I can kind of have like almost a scoreboard in a way. Essentially, it's going to pulse when you get an item up to the right amount. I'm going to have it fill something back here. I haven't got this all figured out yet, but I figure it'll be a fun little project to work on right now, and then to what's that? Is that clay? It's clay. Why am I sitting on top of clay? That is extremely strange. Either way, we have clay over here. How does that not work? So I want to take this. I kind of wish this thing was turned in a different orientation, but this is what we're gonna have to deal with. I guess I can, in theory, go like this and put the repeater here. That'll actually work, because then I can turn it quicker. There we go. So that should work, because I'm working towards space on the wall here, and I want this to be hooked up to a hopper. So I need another hopper. I do have enough of that. So let's make a hopper. And I could probably do this without, oops, what am I doing here? Without using the hoppers, but that's what I'm going to use for now, because I'm just not 100% certain of a better way to do this. Now, can I just put this underneath? No. So we're going to go, it's going to go that way, and it's going to go into this chest. The edge. I might need to move this out over there. Well, this is kind of going to be a space configuration that we're gonna figure out what's going on. So I'm gonna take another chest, and there's probably a much better way to do this. So I would be more than happy to hear if there is another way to do this. And what I'm gonna do is I fill this thing with swords, or an item that is a single stacking item. Because I think this is happening correctly the way I wanted to. I'm going to need, so there's some of them. I'm going to put this in there. They are not going into this chest for some reason. Technically right now they should be. Oh, it's because it's not facing in here. So I need this thing to face in this direction. Now it's going to drop my swords directly out into this chest. So it will do that. I need to make more, though, because I know I need more than this. I don't need 16, though, so... I think I need 10. Oops. Well, whatever. I got those in there. So get out, get out, get out. Get out. Okay. I must have dropped that entire stack in there. So there we go. So what I need to do first, actually, so I might need to extend this over to the right. And that's the space constraint that I'm dealing with, especially in the chunk. That's why I'm hoping to do it underneath and have everything be fine. But I need this thing to be a... Yeah, so this isn't going to work. So I need to take this and move it... I move it here, and then I put a block like that with a signal like this. And if I, for the sake of testing, I can just go like, technically I can go like that, but I can, I don't know if that's actually connected with that hopper or not. You know what, let's actually move this whole thing right here, because I won't even need this this redstone signal. Pick up. we go. Put that down. Okay, got 11 of those. We'll take this. Put this over here. This, in theory, should be locked. Yes, it is locked now. So what's going to happen is... It might have been too much to do 10. What's going to happen is, as I fish, let's say I get... What do we get? What do we got over in this chest right now? 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5 in the chest and 5 in the hopper. As I fish, it only pulls one item at a time. So a pulse is fine, because I'm not going to get to the point where I'm going to have multiple items cycling through this chest. Oh no, it is this chest. Oh crap, it's not, none of it's supposed to be hooked up to this chest. It's all supposed to be hooked up to this hopper, actually. That is kind of a problem. Yeah, I was supposed to be hooked up to this hopper here, not this chest. Because nothing's going to be cycling through... That's wrong. That is wrong. Why would you go down like that? Is it... Oh, I guess it is supposed to be that way. So I need it hooked up to that hopper. I need you to go into... I have to move that over one more again, because I don't think there's a way that I can have this comparator signal. You know what? Yes, it will. It should detect it from here, but I would have to turn... This actually might work out better, because it's still going to detect this block, because it's going to be a 1 signal strength coming out of here. So if I go like this and then move my items, this actually does give me more room to play with in case I need to adjust this. So I'm actually okay with that. And we'll go like that, and then here, and that, and so I can move that back if I want to. But for now, I'll just add this. So obviously they all went back into here. So this should be right. So basically what we need to know is I have 5 swords in my item hopper right now. As you fish, it's not constant, because what will happen is if I filled this hopper up with a whole stack of items, it would only pulse this guy once, because this comparator would turn on right when it started getting filled up, and it would never turn off until it emptied again. With the fact that you're only fishing and pulling one item at a time, this should suffice. So if I were to test this by taking, what do I have a single item of? Taking one of these swords and popping it in, excuse me, not in that chest. Popping it right in this hopper. It didn't do anything that I expected it to do. I wonder if it doesn't stay in this hopper for long enough for it to count. Let me think about this one for a second. I might have a slight flaw in my plan. Okay, guys, there is no flaw in my plan. It turns out, strangely, if which I mean, it might not be strange at all, but if I were to place something directly into this hopper, we'll keep that in our sights over there. If I place something directly into that hopper, it never toggles this item over here. It never actually runs and shows the hopper doesn't have time to know that it's got something in it. However, if you drop something in it, it does work. So the whole point of this was, like, if I'm going to put 2 swords in here. And basically when I go over here and I fish, it's just like dropping something in there. So get this thing hooked up right. And you'll see there's 2 swords in there right now. Everything is going to cycle and work appropriately. So it's going to count the items when I put them in there. So that's good. Let's just make sure that actually works. Okay. So we got something. One sword. One sword left, so this works appropriately. It works as I wanted it to. It was just a different way. Granted, this is not pretty the way I have this, but that's why I was making it so I can cover most of this stuff up if this is the ground level. And then you will have to step down to go fishing, but I needed this stuff covered up. I could have dug it down a little bit farther, which I might still do if I decide to raise everything up a block, but we'll find out. So pretty much from here, what I need to do is I make another comparator, which I have this other comparator here. And the comparator needs to go off of this. Right now it's got a signal. Now here's the problem that I don't know. I'll put some of these items over in here that I don't want to deal with right now. So it's got no signal now. If I put one item in there, it instantly has a signal. Okay, so if I put the one item in there, it instantly has a signal. But the signal only goes a certain distance, and I want it to be able to count, like, how many this is actually using here. So this one will obviously go 1. Will it go more than that is the question. And where am I at in the edge? And how am I going to run this? So I am at the very edge of my chunk. This is a problem that I thought I was going to run into, is the space constraint of where this is at. Because I can't even go this way anymore. I can go here. I can start going down. So one item looks like it's got a very weak signal there. I don't think I need this block. No, I don't. Then the question is, how far do multiple items get me to have a limit on this? So if I put 2 in here, we got a full 2 blocks. 3 does not give me the third. 4 gives me the next one. I can't go there because it'll just open the door. 5 does not get to the next signal. Looks like 6 does. So I can make this a 6. I was going to make it 10 items because that gives you a certain length, but the problem is to actually declare where that length is, I don't have the room to play with in here to be able to do that. So what I need to do is kind of condense this down and even say let's even go with 4. Because 4 gets you to this one. So once this one is lit up, what I want it to do is trigger some type of light. And I need the light to be triggered. I want it to be triggered like right here, but I don't know if that's possible. Oh no, those are a half block, so it's definitely not possible. So I need to figure out a good way for this thing to light up. Or actually, I guess it could trigger... I could loop it back and have something here. How would that work? Oh, this might work. I can get myself a little bit more. Though I'm going to have to be careful when it comes to... There we go. Because I can go like that. Oh, no, I can't go like that. What is that? The water source block. So I can't take away this block. Oh my god. What did I do? Let me take this water out of here for a minute. So I can't have, it's that block right there that I can't get rid of. So everything else, no, I can't get rid of that block. Hold on, what am I doing? It's that block down there. That one, that I can't get rid of. And now sadly I don't know which one it is. We're gonna put a half slab there, so it'll be much easier to see which one it is. So that one I can't get rid of. Okay, so that's fine. These ones I should be able to get rid of just fine. And if I can somehow run this, so it goes down here. So if I run it 1 away, because this is the center point, that means the next one I would run would be over there. So that would work out well, actually. And I want it to somehow trigger a light like right here. There we go. When we reach the threshold, where's my signal at right now? Oh, I think this is going to work out perfectly, actually. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's going to end up being 9. What are you going to do? It's 9. Did I lose all my other swords? There they are. Oh, it might be 10. There it is, 10. If I take it out, lights off. Perfect. So this is absolutely perfect. It is 10. The only problem I just realized with is this item hopper and 2, 3. It only holds 5. So if it only holds 5, there's nothing I can do to make this thing... Oh, I could put a chest on top of it. I could put a chest on top of it and have it have 10 items. We'll do that. We'll do that for now, just because this is all still in the planning phases. Because I'll tell you, I don't have a thought process yet on how to reset this system. And the whole point is I want to be able to have it be able to reset as well. Yeah, this should work just fine, because that'll be locked out. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, because that'll be locked out, so those won't move anywhere. I'm gonna have this chest sticking up here at the top, which is kind of annoying. And I need to make it so not only will the light come on when somebody reaches like 10 items, but it also stops the other light from coming on. So I'm going to have some type of feedback loop in here that if this light is already on, that one, I'm going to have to add some type of gate to say it's, you know, it's an OR gate, an exclusive OR gate. So one or the other, not both type of deal. And I think I can build that in, and I probably have the room under there. But the question is, how do I reset this? I was trying to come up with some ideas. I need to be able to hit a button or a switch or whatnot, and when all is said and done, it's going to take from this chest and put it back into this chest right here. And that I don't quite yet know how to do. I would love some suggestions on it. Let me just cover up the ground and see what we're dealing with and make sure everything still works. Just assuming I'm going to do it like this. I got all those in there. So this was my ground. And then in theory, this is also my ground. But I will just need to make like a pathway to get down here to the fishing point. Let's make sure when I add this in here, it's not going to screw everything up. Where'd my door go? Did I somehow accidentally pull the door out here? I think I did. I must have. Weird. Oh no! Did I drop a block that I'm not allowed to drop? That should be fine. That's too low. I really want to go get that door. I don't want to leave it down there. There we go. That's fine. Just stay there. This should still work okay. Oh yeah, with the door, I actually don't need that block there. This should work. Let's find out. So, we're sitting over here. We got our 10 items in this chest. We've got... This light is currently off. I'm going to fish for a minute. I forgot to put the... There we go. Forgot to put that back on. Well, that's one. Let's see how that goes. In theory, should have, yep, one sword is gone. And I'm going to continue fishing until I get 10 items. So, I had a fish from fishing before. We'll come back. You're going to see, because I want to run this actually through to 10 items and fast forward for you. You guys can watch it. We can see that this works, and then I'll take some suggestions on how to reset this thing, and then we can build them both this way. Hang tight. And there we go, folks. The lights is on. So the system works. Chest is emptied. Light is on. I have gotten 10 items. Let's make sure we actually got 10 items. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, there was one of each in there. Yeah, yep. So there we go. Looks good. This is what I got. It's Sharpness 3, Fire Eyes by 2. Pretty good book. So I just need some suggestions on how to make this thing be able to reset. And after we can make this thing reset, I just need to make it so there's an exclusive OR gate. And then we have the first arcade game will be completed. Is there a point to it? Absolutely not. It's all RNG. But maybe you could like compete against different like fishing rods, put different enchants on them, and have compete against somebody to see which one's going to win in that particular race. I don't know. It's just something stupid and fun to be able to play with. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.